Matching these two player bases could be the next big step in creating a stable play-to-earn economy. G'day Wizardians, Ryan here with a fresh topic. What is pay to win and how can it help Web3 games and play to earn games? Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll keep you educated in the crypto sphere. So what exactly is pay to win? Pay to win is where you can use funds outside the initial price of the game to gain a competitive advantage over other players or other gamers. Usually this comes in the form of loot or gear, or generally an upgrade to the main protagonist of the game. You might actually be more familiar with the term freemium. In freemium games, entry is initially free, but game makers put in roadblocks to actually stop the gamer from progressing easily without actually having to pay some money. Stronger gear or locked areas are usually ways game makers incentivize people to pay money or be able to actually come back and progress further. Stronger gear or locked areas are just some of the ways that game makers incentivize players to come and purchase in-game items to upgrade their gear, to become stronger, or even just become more competitive in player versus player. Some examples of freemium games that have dominated the space is Clash of Clans, Games of War, and of course, Candy Crush. Looking at the graph here, you can actually see Clash of Clans in 2015 had a daily revenue of 1.56 million. And in 2021 generated $489 million. Not bad for a year's work, right? To take it a step further, Genshin Impact actually recorded a revenue of $3 billion in 2021, according to the analyst firm Sensor Tower. Now, according to gamedesigning.org, companies in the Web2 space can make a lot more money from gamers who are eager to play but don't want to invest the hours upon hours just grinding through the game to level up or get better equipment, better gear, or better loot. I mean, at the end of the day, gamers can grind for hours, days, weeks, months, or years just to get the same kind of equipment or the same kind of gear that anyone with a credit card can have. One of the most famous players in Clash of Clans has reportedly spent 3,000 USDT just to top the charts, to top the leaderboards, to be the best in that particular world. Whereas on the flip side, George Yao would often spend 48 hours grinding away just to receive the same accolades with no financial gain. So while it seems unfair to disadvantage those that don't have the money or don't want to spend the money to further advance in the game, it does open the door for NFT games. And of course, how pay-to-win gamers can come in and support the play-to-earn economy. So how can pay-to-win gamers help a Web3 economy? Some of the reasons that freemium games make a ton of money is because they're designed with barriers that are not easy to pass unless you put in hours upon hours of grinding, or simply just pull out your wallet and pay instead. But even more importantly, they are fun to play. Otherwise, gamers wouldn't be spending their money through countless microtransactions just to keep the game economy afloat. Imagine when a Web3 game can actually harness these freemium whales and use the funds they have to inject to help stimulate a play-to-earn economy. Instead of having blocks or paywalls in place, you can simply just replace them with NFTs that pay-to-win gamers can grind for and just end up selling back to the play-to-win crowd. Of course, there are two sides to every coin. You've got the gamers who are willing to spend their money to bypass the hours of grinding. And then on the other side, you've got the gamers who are happy to spend their time grinding to get some real world value. Matching these two player bases is going to be a huge step forward in making a stable play-to-earn economy for everyone to be able to participate in and everyone to be able to enjoy. After we discussed this topic in our Wisdom Labs, fellow Wizardians chimed in with stories about blockades and paywalls that they've experienced in Web2 games. It's become obvious that for a pay-to-win game to be successful, it needs to be interesting. It needs to be engaging enough for people to be able to come in and either spend hours upon hours grinding through the game to level up and be successful, or simply pull out their wallet and pay their way through instead. Adding the freemium element to P2E really invites and encourages new players to come in and be able to test the game without investing huge amounts of money. By doing this, the project actually invites a whole new demographic of people into the game, which will in turn help stimulate their economy. By doing this, the project will be able to attract an entirely new player base, which in turn will help stimulate the economy, grow the project, and actually further develop the entire play-to-earn industry. Ultimately, this could be the bridge which invites new players to the crypto sphere and actually grows the entire play-to-earn industry. Well, there you have it, Wizardians. That's my take on how pay-to-win can help stimulate and grow the entire play-to-earn space. If you liked the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and I'll be able to keep you up to date on all the information you need to know in the crypto sphere, and of course, give you your next dose of crypto education medication.